Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. If you guys don't know what that's from, welcome back, Cotter. Gabe Kaplan, who is the host of High Stakes Poker, figured it'd be a fun way to bring back the vlog. I mean, the World Series of Poker doesn't quite start yet, but today we're going to play in the World Poker Tour Tournament of Champions. I had the honor of attending the WPT Honors event the other night, which honored Steve Lipscomb and Lyle Berman, and got a sense of the World Poker Tour family, and just they do such a great job. And while this isn't exactly the big event, like there's 100K tomorrow and there's other events I could play, I wanted to do my part to make the event as good as it possibly can and special. So we're gonna give it a go. I gotta be honest, I am rusty. I have not played a lot of poker. I have not exactly I wouldn't exactly call myself ready to go, but that's why today is so important. I haven't sat at a table for 12 hours in quite a while, and I know I'm going to need to do that every day throughout the Super High Roller Bowl, and then of course through the World Series of Poker. So today's practice, we're going to focus on making good decisions, do the best we can, have some fun, right? We're taking a different route today, by the way. No more highway, because the 15 is a complete mess. So we're doing side streets and stuff. We start this tournament with 500 big blinds, which is kind of absurd. But by the second level, it cuts to 250, which is fine. So we're gonna have some fun today. I'm gonna break down some hands for you throughout the day and give you a glimpse at what the event at Aria is gonna look like. If somebody were a WPT champion and wanted to play the WPT Champions event, what would they do?
They would see us, right?
Okay, I want to play. Following this gentleman. We're doing vlogs, Dominic.
All right.
We're doing vlogs. We're starting them up again this summer. So what's your strat? Are you going to be playing a lot this year?
Yeah.
Okay, the one drop?
One drop, yeah.
One drop, yeah. Yeah, very German, I love it.
Abfahrt. Oh, should be good.
Okay, let's do this.
See you guys later, yeah.
Where are we going? Where's table 35? 35, Mr. Campbell. Where's 35?
I saw that. It looked
Right here? Who am I playing with?
right now.
So far, I like my chances. 35, seat 1. Is this seat 1 here or this seat 1? I want seat 1.
Oh, one? Wow, okay.
Yeah. Aria Poker Room. Oh, look at this. Check this out. What do you want? Huh? Filming me? I'm filming you. How about that, huh? How you like me now?
What's going on today, Daniel?
We're doing a little vlog for the WPT Tournament of Champions thingy. So, we're gonna have some fun today. So here we are, Tournament of Champions. This guy I haven't seen in a while. How's your life, man?
I got a lot of kids now.
A lot of kids, Mr. Griffin. I don't know you. What's your name, bud?
Griffin.
You're good, right? Probably you won a tournament. So.
Very good luck to you, gentlemen.
Yeah. Hey, there's Bucky over there. What's going on? We got Shilkabel. What's going on? And then you, what's your name again?
David.
David. I would have never guessed that one. And I know who you are.
What's up, Internet?
The new voice of the World Poker Tour. I have the pleasure of sitting with these fine gentlemen for the day. All right, so we're through 2 levels, and I had 2 pretty interesting hands. Playing 500 big blinds deep, something I haven't done in a long time. The first hand comes with 100 blinds with a 100 ante. The cutoff, which is Stefan Schilhabel, makes it 300 to go. Tony Dunst from the small blind makes it 1500. I'm in the big blind with the ace of clubs, king of diamonds, and I decide to make it 4500. I'm not sure about that sizing. I think maybe I'm supposed to go a little bigger considering we're so deep, but I make it 45. Schilhabel folds, and it comes back to Dunst, who makes the call. Flop is 8-8-7, 2 clubs. I have the ace of clubs. He checks. I go ahead and bet 2,500. A very small bet on the flop. He continues as I would expect here a lot of the time with the wide part of his range. His range right now is looking like pocket pairs and, maybe some other ace, king, ace, queen type hands as well. The turn card is the king of hearts. He checks, and now I have to decide if I want to bet big, bet small, bet nothing. I elect for 4,000, hoping to keep jacks and queens and tens in for such a small price, and maybe charge. Well, no, actually, no. Never mind the charge part. But, yeah, so anyway, he folds the hand. We pick it up. And the more interesting hand came, again, with Mr. Schilhabel, who I've played a lot with this guy lately. Blinds are 1 to 200 with a $200 ante for the table. I raise under the gun to 500 with Queen Jack of clubs. Player in middle position calls, and then button Shillhobble makes it 2,500. I call with the Queen Jack of clubs, as does the other player. Comes 9 of diamonds, 10 of diamonds, 4 of clubs on the flop. Check, 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 right? Turn is the 6 of spades. I decide to lead 2,000 into this pot. First player calls, Shillhobble wings his card to the muck. And the river card is a 3 of hearts, so I've got absolutely nothing. There's about 12,000 out there. And I decide that I have enough value combos I could represent for a big bet. Feel like he's gonna call smaller sizing probably too often, so this is one of those spots where I make an overbet. With 12,000 in the pot, we make it 22,000. He thinks for a bit and he folds. So what is my value range in this spot, right? Pocket 10s, pocket 9s, pocket 6s, 7, 8 suited, makes it straight. Those are all hands that I could have. And I guess, no. Maybe queens. You could argue that I could have queens, probably not jacks, but something in that range is what my value range was. So I felt like there was enough hands I could represent that were value versus bluffs that it made sense to fire in the hole, and it worked. So we ended the first 2 levels with 63,000 in chips, starting from 50, and I've been moved to a new table with Paul Phillips. If you don't remember that name, it's a blast from the past. He was regular on the tour years ago. He won a WPT. He hasn't played poker in 10 years, and now he's sitting next to me. So having a little bit of fun, just enjoying being at the table, feel pretty comfortable, and see how the rest of the day goes. I'm doing a vlog, I'm taking pictures of the people. How y'all doing?
What's up?
Hey, I love you.
Hi.
Hi. I'm doing a vlog.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, why not? WPT, Tournament of Champions. Let's go, roll fresh through.
Go, Knights, go.
So, bad news, no chips. Good news, look at that. I didn't use a single time make. That's pretty good, right? All my chips right here over to this gentleman who plays 3 tournaments a year and gets really tilted when he doesn't win one. So he gets like this ridiculous. He played one, didn't win one. Paul Phillips, a blast from the past. So that's the end of me. All right, so we are dusted, but I wanted to go over this last hand because I thought it was pretty interesting. There was a lot to it. The blinds are 300, 500 with a 500 big blind ante, and I raised in the cutoff position with 5, 6 of diamonds to 1,200. On the button, Art Papazazian, who's won a couple WPTs and is having a great year. He's, I think, WPT Player of the Year. He 3-bets to 3,700. So we're deep. We have like 60,000. That's an easy call for me. I just call. There's really not any other option that makes a lot of sense. And the flop comes great for me. King 7, 8 with the King diamonds, 7 diamonds, 8 of hearts. So I've got open and a straight. I've got the flush draw. I'm ready to go. I check on over to Art, and he throws out 2,200. So now I have a decision of like, do I want to just play it slow, or do I want to play a big pot? Do I want to represent? There's a lot of hands I could check raise here for value. Like, well, there's not a lot, but there's like pocket 7s and pocket 8s. But that represents my check raising range just represents a pretty big part of it if I'm check raising. It's either that or a draw. Now I happen to have a bigger than just a little bitty draw, open and straight and flush draw. So I check raise. I decided to check raise and make it 7,200, feeling like really he's never going to be able to re-raise me here unless he has like exactly 3 kings or, somehow 3-bet me with 7s or 8s, which is also unlikely. So he calls, and the turn is the 5 of spades. So now I have a pair, open and straight flush draw, and I bet 5,000, which is about quarter pot. He makes it 13,000, and I go all in for the rest, hoping that, he's like, quote unquote, old school, finding where he's at, with top pair or something like that. And if I play my hand that way, it's very reminiscent of me having a set. There's not a lot of bluffs in my range, and my bluffs are super strong draws. So I go ahead and went all in, and he called, and he had the 3 kings, which is fine. All we need is a 4, 9, or a diamond. Didn't catch one, so after 4 hours, that's the end of my WPT Tournament of Champions. But, when you're playing against tough players, you're not just going to be able to, like, small ball your way through the field. Sometimes you're going to have to play a big pot. And, I mean, listen, straight flush draw and a pair. Whee! Let's go. So, it's a short but sweet day. But we'll be getting these vlogs up and ready for the World Series of Poker. If you haven't yet, check out the FCP Fantasy free roll. I mean, guys, it's free roll. I'm giving away over $20,000 for nothing. Just make a team for the World Series of Poker. And we also did a podcast, which you can check on my channel. Negreanu or Negreanu YouTube. I don't know. I don't even know what it is, but just check the things down below and you'll figure it out. So I'm excited. I'm excited to get started. Let's do this. We're gonna have a good year.